In this video, we learn another type of image that can be captured using TNT, this time to capture any portion of the screen. For this, let us now position our cursor after the second instruction statement of the section 2 sign out. To accommodate the image, I insert a blank line and leave the cursor there so that the image I'm going to capture is inserted there. Now, assuming you are inside Outlook, what we need to capture is the drop down menu when you click your username. However, when you use TNT with the radio button for a Windows control and menu selected, it does not capture the menu. This is where we use the second radio button that reads a free region of the desktop to capture any portion or area of the screen. Having selected this radio button, when you click Start Capture, notice the giant crosshair that is visible on screen on the Outlook application. Your mouse cursor is almost touching the intersection where the two lines meet. All we need to do now is to mark any two corners of the portion of the screen that we wish to capture as our image. To do this, move your mouse, the giant crosshair moves along, and click on the screen where you would like to mark your first corner. As a guide, notice another smaller box that appears on the screen where the crosshair and the image are magnified. Use this as a guide to help you mark your first corner precisely. Now this first corner could become the top right, top left, bottom right or bottom left corner of your image, depending on how you move the cursor again to mark the second corner. To mark the second corner, click and drag the mouse to another position anywhere on the screen that encompasses or covers the area on the screen that you would like to make as your image. Notice how I can drag the mouse cursor down and right, down and left, and up and right. Once I let go of the mouse, the square or rectangle area created by marking the second corner becomes the image I wish to capture. Now what if you made a mistake and you thought your image wasn't cropped or marked correctly? You can always start all over again and do the capture till you get your image perfectly right in the box. All you need to do is click outside the box, and that marks your new starting point, and the previously marked image is discarded. Also, as before, you can press escape to discard the image capturing process, and to start all over again, you will need to go back to Help and Manual and click the screen capture button from the ribbon. In our case, we would like to capture the menu when the username is clicked. So I first click the username and the drop-down menu is displayed. I then switch to Help and Manual and click on Screen Capture. And when the Screen Capture dialog appears, make sure the free region of the desktop radio button is selected and then click on Start Capture. The Outlook page where I opened the drop-down menu is invoked by TNT, allowing me to capture a portion of the screen. I first mark the top left corner and then drag the crosshair to mark the bottom right corner covering the drop-down menu. I then click inside the boxed frame to save and insert the image into the help file. This screen capture technique may look challenging, but it is actually very easy to perform. It just takes a little practice to perfect it. There is just one bit left. Notice that this image we inserted is sticking to the left corner of the line. To make it aligned with the instruction statement above or below it, all you need to do is to insert spaces and you're done. However, there is a much better way to align images and text, and this is explained in the next video. The two capture techniques that I have described in the two videos discussed recently are the most common ones you'll be using for most of your technical writing work. I did mention earlier that there is another fourth type that TNT is not capable of capturing. These are the images of scrolling windows and web pages. However, these images are rare and are to be used very sparingly. I'll explain a workaround for capturing these images of scrolling windows and pages in a subsequent video. Now let's move on to our next video, which is about saving a style.